Question: Who was the wife of Mr. Jagat Narayan Lal? A. Mrs. Rampiari. B. Mrs. Sundari Devi. C. Mrs. Bhagawati Devi. D. Mrs. Mangala Devi. Correct answer is A. Mrs. Rampiari. Question: During the freedom struggle, Aruna Asaf Ali was a major woman organizer of underground activities in A. Civil disobedience movement, B. Non-cooperation movement, C. Quit India movement, D. Swadeshi movement. Correct answer is C. Quit India movement. Question: With which one of the following movements is Aruna Asaf Ali associated? A. Non-cooperation movement, B. Civil disobedience movement, C. Individual satyagraha, D. Quit India movement. Correct answer is D. Quit India movement. Question given below is a list of places. Name those where parallel governments were established during Quit India movement. Select your answer from the code given below the list. 1. Balia. 2. Satara. 3. Hazaribagh. 4. Meerut. 5. Agra. Code A. 1 and 2, B. 1, 2 and 3, C. 2, 3 and 5, D. 1, 3 and 4. Correct answer is A. 1 and 2. Question: In which of the following years the Jatiya Sarkar was formed in the Midnapur district of Bengal? A. 1939, B. 1940, C. 1941, D. 1942. Correct answer is D. 1942. Question: In which of the following district of Uttar Pradesh parallel government was established during Quit India movement? A. Allahabad, B. Lucknow, C. Balia, D. Faizabad. Correct answer is C. Balia. Question: After Quit India movement, C. Rajagopalachari issued a pamphlet entitled, The Way Out. Which one of the following was a proposal in this pamphlet? A. The establishment of a War Advisory Council, composed of representatives of British India and the Indian states. B. Reconstitution of the Central Executive Council in such a way that all its members, except the Governor-General and the Commander-in-Chief, should be Indian leaders. C. Fresh elections to the central and provincial legislatures to be held at the end of 1945 and the constitution-making body be convened as soon as possible. D. A solution to the constitutional deadlock. Correct answer is D. A solution to the constitutional deadlock. Question: Assertion A. Lord Linlithgow described the August movement of 1942 as the most serious rebellion since Sepoy Mutiny. Reason R. There was a massive upsurge of the peasantry in certain areas. A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A, C, A is true, but R is false. D, A is false, but R is true. Correct answer is A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question assertion. A. Quit India movement succeeded in awakening and encouraging people. Reason. R. People have assimilated the slogan of do or die. In above context, which of the following is right? A. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B, A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C, A is true, but R is false. D, A is false, but R is true. Correct answer is A. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question 2 statements are given below. The one is assertion A, and other is the reason R. Read them carefully. Assertion A. Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh (RSS) was separate from Quit India movement. 1942. Reason R. It thought that the freedom of India will be delayed due to this movement. Which of them correct from the given statements? A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B, A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C, A is true, but R is false. D, A is false, but R is true. Correct answer is C, A is true, but R is false.